All right, we are on. So how you been, man?
Good, been good. Staying alive from this COVID-19.
Oh man, tell me
Um,
about it. Especially with everything that we're about to get so much from DC, So it's like I'm over here like I need to stay alive for this. you
yeah,
know.
we're all trying to survive 2020 to get to 2021.
Oh man, this it's just so much. I mean, at this point, of course, the Snyder Cut is the main event, the main thing, but we have so much, on the side from, all those games and all the movies. I mean, pretty
Not
much
to,
talking about, DC fandom. What you want to talk about first?
let's just talk about how DC Fandom managed to do better than San Diego Comic Con.
Yo, yeah, Comic Con at home was a joke. I
I'll tell
I
you
don't
what.
even I don't even like how do I put it? I didn't even knew where to go to watch the panels. Like the panels were all over the place. They didn't really have like one place to go the way DC fandom did. It's like, yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of panels, but they had a bunch of different YouTube channels doing their own thing. Like I still haven't even seen all the videos because I don't even know what they really did, and it was a hot mess. And the only videos that I found for Comic Con at home, they were just so boring. Just people talking randomly.
They're not even promoting anything, dude. It's just like they're all talking about the stuff, but nothing promoting. Like, okay, the only thing I was excited to watch was going to be watching the series called The Boys and the New Mutants.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, those are
That
the
was
only
that.
things.
Yeah, and that was pretty much the one of the main panels I watched was the Constantine one with Keanu Reeves and the boys. I don't really remember, and pretty much the document that Todd McFarlane had. But besides that, I don't really remember anything else or watching anything.
To Ty McFarlane, I think he needs to go to the DC fandom because, you know, all his
I'm
previous.
surprised it didn't have anything for that. I mean, we still got stuff coming up in September, but that's the only thing I was, expecting because I still don't see his name anywhere, and he's pretty much the main one that has the brand for DC when it comes to collectibles. So you would expect, for them to talk about all that stuff. I mean, it will only make sense.
Yeah, and also, dude, the truth is between DC fandom, dude, is that it felt like the only fans, experience. Like, for example, we got Zack Snyder's Justice League, and seeing Wonder Woman 84. Now my hype, that film, I just want to see that film because don't get me wrong, Cheetah looks amazing because she looks real like a cheetah instead of the how Cats was, but this one really took the cake of
Oh
how
yeah, yeah,
every
and I don't even know if that trailer is supposed to be new or it might be old because you gotta remember this movie is supposed to be out. you know, he's supposed to be out a long time ago. So I feel like that trailer is probably an old trailer, and the effects on that trailer were probably they were not probably finished all the way. So I feel like, in my opinion, I think she don't look bad. Don't get me wrong, but I think she's gonna look even better in the movie.
Yeah, I think so. And the truth is, dude, the team about Wonder Woman 84, I feel like the film got a great, right direction. I mean, the Teen Wonder Woman 84, dude, I feel like earlier was a little bit, I don't know, a little Jeff Johns way, but now
Yeah, it
seeing,
was it was good. It was looking kind of goofy and corny, but I don't know. This trailer is proving me wrong so far. It still has some some fun in it, but it looks like they at the same time it has a lot of serious tone
I
in
mean,
in, in the movie.
knowing about the plot that Max had gave everyone their wishes. I mean,
Yeah,
we don't know why, Steve Trevor's alive. It's because Max gave everyone the wishes on what they desire and
and
what they want.
Diana, that's the only thing Diana wants, really
Steve
wants.
back.
Yeah,
Steve back, not like a zombie, but the whole him, the only thing he can remember.
yeah. I mean, we all know that's probably gonna be a very sad moment when it comes to, at the end, probably, he's gonna have to leave or whatever. It's not really a real thing. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna to work with that unless they find a way to keep him around. Who knows? I mean, we'll see.
And you know what's interesting about the Batman with Robert Pattinson? I kind of felt very wrong. And now knowing about Matt Reeves wants to see Zack's Justice League cut, and he likes Ben Affleck.
And they know each other. Zack and Matt know each other. I mean, there was a video, that Zack was excited for the Batman because that's one of his favorite superheroes. And when he watched the trailer, he said that he texts Matt right away like, man, this looks amazing. And it's like I said before, I wasn't really hyped. I was more curious, than anything for the Batman. And like I said, it's gonna take for them to make an amazing trailer or something to sell the movie for me. And they did that with just a teaser. We haven't seen nothing for that movie, and just from that little tease that we got, which I wasn't even expecting a teaser for this movie so early, because this movie is not even close to being finished.
No.
But just from that teaser, I'm in. That movie looks really, really good, and what's his name? Robert, the actor, he's really, I'm buying it. Him as Batman, I really am. Again, this is gonna be a different universe. Of course, it's gonna be his own thing, and that's probably why I'm more into it than anything.
And knowing about that, we're getting I kind of felt like knowing about Robert's versions coming out 2021. Now I feel like I have a reason to watch the film because of the quality, and plus, if these bloggers say that it's too dark and Robert's not fun, I'm like this. Okay, since Zack Snyder praised Matt Reeves, and Matt Reeves praised the Zack Snyder's Justice League, a main reason I would rather watch that film, because if people who say that they all want Disney Plus mini series from Marvel, the truth is they can beat you.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand. Like, how many times? I don't know how many times I gotta explain this to people. DC is DC. DC is not Marvel, and DC has never been Marvel. Don't get me wrong, DC does have some characters that are more, for kids. But at the same time, DC always been more for adults. And DC has always been more serious and more dark, especially with Batman. Batman, my opinion, since I was even a little kid, I always said Batman was never really a kid's character. People get confused with the old school TV show because that was just, it was just a weird show back in the 60s or whatever. But when it comes to comics and the real material, for Batman, it was never really a character for kids. Batman is not really for kids, to be honest, and it's just crazy because I'm still surprised that we haven't got a rated R Batman movie. We might with this new movie, we don't know. But again, a rated R Batman would really, really work because it's a very dark, Gotham is just a very dark city,
Not to mention very dirty and gross as it is in, Gotham City is, and it was real. And the truth is, Gotham about, the Batman. The truth is, rated R Batman films kind of got a lot of, how should I say, a good box office grade in there. Like, for example, The Dark Knight. I feel like that film should have been rated R instead of PG-13. As in The Joker, the movie managed to get a good rated R.
And they did push it. PG-13 was pretty close to rated R. But again, like you said, if you were gonna get that close to rated R, why not just make it rated R and just go all in?
Like, don't.
Again, I'm not gonna blame Nolan for that. I'm pretty sure that's a Warner Brothers thing because again, Warner Brothers is always there to sell toys, which it kind of makes sense because they do make way more money on selling toys than even movie tickets. I mean, when it comes to like marketing for movies, when it comes to posters and figures and all that, studios make bank when it comes to that. But again, I mean, it's a weird thing because look at Deadpool. Deadpool is not really, he's not a kid's character, but that still sells comics, that still sells toys like crazy. Even
Not
kids.
to mention inappropriate, toys such as a decapitated Deadpool head.
Yeah, and kids go after that. So again, it's to me, it's just more of a era thing, because again, I'm more in the 80s and 90s, I'm more back in that era. And movies from back then, it was like a lot of movies that's supposed to be for kids that were not really for kids. I mean, you remember, they had toys for Terminator, they had toys for Aliens, and those supposed to be toys for kids to buy based on rated R movies, even RoboCop. So again, it was just more. It was a thing that it was just people really had the balls that they don't have anymore now. Back then it was a whole different time.
I see what you mean, dude. And I see how you mean that, back then PG films had like dark moments. Like, for example, Indiana Jones had,
You had Indiana Jones. You got Jurassic Park. At least the first two movies, they're pretty dark. They're not really kids movies like that, and they're scary. You have even Gremlins. You watch the first Gremlins now, it's like, damn, this movie's not really for kids. This is pretty wild. For a kid to watch that.
Yeah, and you can see that. And one thing for knowing about that the Batman happened, it's so funny. 2 days before Comic-Con, what's it called, DC Fandom was coming, we had Ben Affleck coming back for The Flash. That's like really good news when we got there.
Yeah, to me, apparently the rumor is, I don't know if that was confirmed. I guess that deal happened right before DC Fandom. And that's the reason why they didn't talk about that at DC Fandom. It was like a contract that just happened, like a couple of days before. And we all know that DC Fandom was recorded. That was like a pre-show that was recorded before the show. So I guess it didn't have the time to put that in there. But I mean, it's weird because Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton, they're confirmed, right, for the Flash. Like all that is confirmed, but they didn't really. It's still a little weird that they didn't talk about none of that in the Flash panel.
Yeah, it was just like a little short because I don't know. They're just talking about the script, but nothing at all between about Ben and Michael Keaton on the film. Or
especially Michael Keaton, to me, it was a little weird because they showed that concept art, and you see Batman '89 right behind the Flash on that picture. So it's a little weird that you have that there. We're all seeing it, and you're not gonna talk about that.
And you're not gonna talk about Dean Morgan or Batfleck about what's gonna happen to the film.
And again, it's not me confirming anything, but it's like I said, it's just a rumor going around with this whole new contract that Ben Affleck has. It only supposed to be for the Flash, but apparently it's supposed to be like 3 more movies. Who knows? Who really knows? I mean, apparently Zach is, he even said like, he's not promising anything. It's up to us, to the people to watch, to really make Zack, the Snyder Cut blow up, for them to give him the green light and continue. But at the same time, Zack really wants Affleck back, to finish, of course, because those are his actors, that's his cast. So he really wants that. So we'll see. I mean, I really, to be honest, I really do see Affleck at least coming back for Zack Snyder, because he loves the guy. He said it before in many interviews. Like he had an amazing time doing Batman v Superman and all that. So I really do see if that's the case, I'll see Ben Affleck coming back for Zack Snyder.
And so one interesting thing is that knowing that HBO Max, before this happened, dude, during it was last fall that the culture nerd said that Ben Affleck is signing up into HBO Max to make his film or his HBO series, to make his project to come true. One thing is that I feel like that rumor is kind of confirming about what they say about Ben Affleck is coming back.
Yeah, and he's been on and off about rumors, and pretty much the one that I've been talking about. He's the one with the rumor about the 4 movies with the new contract. He's been talking about that for a while now, for the past month or two, and I believe it. I do believe it because I mean, again, Affleck look like he's just back in shape. He not only that, he just looks happy. He's like he looked like he's ready for this to take on the character again. Again, that was just he was going through a breakup, and it was just a horrible time for him, and especially what happened, what happened behind the scenes with Justice League, that didn't help the situation whatsoever. That just made it worse, and I'm pretty sure, me putting myself in his shoes, it's like, damn, if they're messing up Zack Snyder's movie like this, how, how can I trust Warner Brothers with what I want to do,
Well,
and I'm pretty sure on top of that, there was probably already behind the scenes stuff like, oh no, we don't want this in your movie, we want this, and he's like, you know what, fuck this. And he just walked away.
yeah, I think that when the new management and the new, leadership between Warner Media and Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
knowing that this guy named Jason who runs the Warner Media place, I mean, it's interesting how he's doing it better, and Anne is doing better than Kevin Tuchihara. I mean, last time, having John Bird, and Josh Whedon, I feel like the leadership without them was just much better than what we have right now. Because the truth is, with Kevin, Josh, and John Berg and Josh, they were just bunch of 4 Jokers we got.
Yeah, and that's a great point that you bring that up, because it's like pretty much what you're saying is like, I think Warner Brothers now, they're going back to the studio they supposed to be. Because I mean, when you look up at Warner Brothers, it says like, Warner Brothers is all about letting people do what they want to do, directors and all that. And that's what it looks like, especially with this whole multiverse and all that stuff. Because that's what they were talking about DC Fandome. With this whole multiverse, they can give anybody whatever they want to do, whatever character they want to do, and do their own little universe with it, or their own movie. They can go ahead and do it, because it's gonna be his own story. It's not gonna be no, trying to make a universe and this and that. And I don't know if you caught that, because who said it? Then it was it James Wan or Jim Lee? I think he kind of threw shades at Marvel, at the MCU, when he was talking about the S worlds and all that. Because he said in the DC Fandome, like, oh, we're not gonna do movies every year. We're gonna take our time, and making sure that we're gonna do something great. I took that as like, we're not gonna be like Marvel, when they're just making a movie every couple of years, every year literally, just to have it. It's more quantity and not quality. That's the way I took it.
Yeah.
They're doing more quality than quantity. So we should probably jump on that and talk about Suicide Squad. Like, when it comes to the old school characters, like all the characters they have in this movie, I don't really know a lot of them.
Yeah, the truth is, even in the 80s, man. Like,
yeah, because the Suicide Squad goes way back, and that's pretty much what they're doing. They're kind of bringing the old school with the new school. But again, even though I don't really know much of those characters, I'm curious about that movie. I really am. It's not looking bad. When it comes to King Shark, I've always been a fan of King Shark, so that's the one, one of the main characters I really want to see how they do that character in that movie. I feel like Harley Quinn looks really cool in that movie. I like the new suit that she has in there.
Well, to be honest, I like I really want to see Harley Quinn in this one, because the truth is, I like that design, because one, it's her color schemes. I mean, red and black, and her skin's white, because
it looks like straight out of the comics.
Yeah,
like she has that newer suit on,
and her hair is black and red.
Yeah. So let's talk about Black Adam. What do you think about everything happening there?
I think I'm kind of hyped for that scene I filmed, because seeing that Black Adam was a slave and now he became a God Almighty, I feel like I'm interested to know his side of the story of how he became a prisoner again, being shut
I,
down
I
by.
really I really feel like they're gonna combine that with like the Scorpion King and what's the and like the God of War or the God of War games. I feel like the beginning of that movie is probably gonna have a tone like that.
Oh, yeah, that's why I never thought it would be like Scorpion King. I mean, to be honest, Scorpion King is kind of underrated.
But yeah, but at the same time, I think it's gonna be more like they're gonna go to a little bit more like God of War. I don't know if you ever played those games, but yeah, I kind of took that from that whole little clip they were showing. I'm really curious about who's gonna be the cast for the team as they're supposed to introduce in that movie. So
Yeah, we all be curious what's going to happen to Black Adam.
and Hawkman and all that. So, again, he had plans to what's supposed to supposed to happen. I wonder if because I don't know if he teased that or I don't know if he was just throwing stuff out there. But what if him and Wonder Woman have met before?
Mm-hmm.
It's possible because I don't know if this movie is supposed to take. It's probably gonna take place back in the day, and then the present. I think it's probably gonna have different time in the first movie. I don't know if that's what they were. I don't know if that's confirmed. What do you think?
I don't know. Sure, I don't know what's gonna happen to Black Adam, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a prequel where pretty much everything happened on the time when the Amazonians were still on Earth or man's world still. And also I'm pretty sure it's gonna be epic as it's supposed to be, like supposedly without the way it's supposed to be in the present, but more in the ancient times when Egypt had royals.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Hawkman. That's another character that I really like. We also got Dr. Fate too. Like they can this movie if they do it right, they can really pull. That can be the next great thing. Well, that's up to them. We don't really know much what they're trying to bring out. So I don't know. We'll see. Did we miss anything from the DC Fandome? That was everything, right? Did we talk about Wonder Woman, Justice League? We didn't really talk about Justice League though. So what was the main thing? Well, let's talk about the trailer. What do you think?
I think it was just sick. Like we have not even seen all of these scenes or shots what Zack Snyder wanted to have.
I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting the stuff that he put there. Like I was not expecting Darkseid. I was not expecting this that. It's like wait what? Like you put all these people and it's like right away. This is the first teaser, and you're gonna do me like that? Like wow, okay.
Or the infamous scene of Fake Martha with Lois Lane.
Hey. No spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. It's like that has to be the scene. I know what you're talking about, but that has to be the scene, right?
Yep.
It has to be. What else? The Flash scenes, like wow. The whole thing with I'm very happy that Iris West is she's gonna be in the movie. I'm very happy that the actress is gonna be because that was something that I was still curious about. Like that confirms pretty much that he's gonna have all the actors that he worked with in this movie.
Yeah,
even though there's rumors that apparently that the director of the Flash don't want her to be Iris West in the Flash movie. So I don't know why. I don't know if that's true. So I hope not. They should keep the same people. I don't know why they're gonna start switching actors or actors.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole thing with the Flash. I guess he showed Victor's dad dying because I guess he already showed a picture of that. So I guess he already knew that was already out there. So it's like it's not really a spoiler.
We just see how we just see that D-Sod, Stefan was behind of
Victor,
Cyborg.
Yeah. So it's like we don't really know what's happening in that scene. Did they make him do it? Like, what's going on there?
I think Silas Stone just did that because in order to save humanity against Steppenwolf. He tried to get rid of it, but he couldn't. It just backfired him.
So, like, the way I see the trailer with what he confirmed just from this trailer is like confirming everything that's different. Confirming Darkseid's in this movie, different history lesson. Confirming there's another nightmare scene because that scene with the Justice League, building the Hall of Justice destroyed. That has to be a nightmare scene, of course. That has to be something from the future. So
not to mention Black Suit Superman exists there.
Yeah, he confirmed. He confirming a lot of stuff on this one trailer. He pretty much confirmed a different ending. That line that Bruce Wayne says at the end of the trailer, that's just so badass to me. Like that I think that was the one end scene that I was just screaming watching this trailer. I'm like, that was fucking sick, man. Like, that's my Bruce Wayne right there. It's like you can tell the tone, you can tell the difference of this movie. The dialogue. From that one scene, you can also notice how different his Barry Allen is.
Yep.
The way he was talking, the way he was acting, he wasn't talking like he's some crazy person from the original Justice League. Like they made him a weird character in that movie. Whoever did that to him.
Josh Whedon made that version, and second of all, we all know that Josh Whedon made the same thing what he did for the Avengers film.
Like, you want to call somebody a hack, you can call him a hack. Because he just do the same stuff over and over again. He don't know how to do anything. He don't know how to do anything different. To me, Zack knows how to do any stuff different because he always tried to do different stuff. That's what he did. He went from 300 to like Watchmen, Dawn of the Dead. Man of Steel, BVS. Even Man of Steel and BVS, they're still different movies. It's not similar. You can tell it's from the same universe, but they're still very different movies. Doesn't feel the same. It's not him trying to make the same movies over and over again. When you watch a Joss Whedon movie or show, you can tell it's him because he does the same crap over and over again.
Sure does, like all the time.
Anything else you took from that trailer? Steppenwolf, he looks freaking sick. The color of this movie was amazing. Just the quality is way different. It's way different.
I mean, it doesn't even feel like it's Josh Whedon or somebody effed it up all over. It just feels like Zack's color palette's there.
And I believe that's still not 100%. That was just a teaser to show. But we all have to. I feel like that he's not even close to like really
finish.
Mm-hmm. Like finish, the editing or the colors and all that stuff. This movie's about. I think this movie's gonna look even better than that trailer.
Possibly 4K, dude.
Oh 4K. My God! Don't do that to me.
Dude.
Yeah, I hope HBO Max needs to jump on that 4K.
The truth is, dude, we all want to see 4K, movies these days because it's quality.
I needed this. I need a collector's edition for this movie. I need a steelbook. I need whatever he's gonna do. Put every black and white version, every type of version he wants to do. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have. Usually, Zack Snyder has like a crazy special edition Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure this one movie is gonna probably have like a freaking box of like a bunch of different stuff.
Lord, I hope there is a box set.
Oh yeah, like Man of Steel, BVS. I don't know how many times I gotta buy those movies, but yeah, I'll buy another one. Why not?
And for Jim Lee, he should remake, his version of Justice League.
Yeah,
The one
with the
the
black
one with,
suit Superman.
yeah, and then plus maybe make a new version of it.
Yeah, because I don't have that Justice League movie, and I'm never gonna get
Nope, don't go that one.
that. No, I mean it's just crazy because which one you have?
You think you should do this kind of version for, the Jim Lee version with the Trinity on the new Blu-ray set for, what's it called, BVS?
I could do that. Let's see why not.
I mean, we all want to see that happen one day.
You know what I see them doing when it comes to that the comic? Probably do an animated movie down the road.
Mm-hmm.
They can do. I think again, this event, yeah, they did something. Something's coming from DC. This is the DC's terms now. The MCU is done. It's really done. Now this is about to go in.
Yeah, and I hope they do adaptations of Scott Snyder versions.
I mean, again, they started talking about Elseworld story. Yeah, they're about to go crazy with DC.
Yep.
Anything now you're expecting from them to do from Elseworld?
Many possibilities, dude. Many.
Yeah, because I think they already confirmed like now that probably a Red Sun would not happen. At least not anytime soon.
Nope.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I think that's pretty much it.
Done. Yeah, that was a lot, man. I was trying to keep this under an hour, and this is probably what, maybe like an hour, almost 2 hours.
37.
All right, man. Thank you again for meeting me here. Mm-hmm. Now we just gotta wait because every time we do this, something else comes out. That never fails. Pretty much, they already confirmed. They already had the schedule for the next DC Fandome
2021
in September. Well, what they're supposed to have next is the music of Justice League. You got to see that, right? It was on the schedule.
Yeah, I did see it.
So that's something I'm looking forward because in reality, I think we haven't heard nothing from Junkie XL when it comes to music like that. That's probably gonna confirm if we have heard anything, any teasers before, from trailers or anything like that, and what he's been working on. I'm just very curious when it comes to the themes for Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman in Justice League. I wonder what kind of themes they have in that movie. They're also gonna talk about the Batmobile. So I'm looking forward to that. Anything else?
No, pretty much.
All right, man. I think it's time, and let's go to Twitter and see what's going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Take care.
Peace.